In the past, we've talked about HDMI splitters, HDMI switches, and audio extractors. Today, however, I bring you guys a device that does all of that in a single package. Let's talk about it. Alright guys, so here I have the Orei 4x2 HDMI matrix. This is a HDMI 2.1 compatible device, and it is 4x2, meaning that it has 4 inputs and 2 outputs. As you can see there, output 1 and input 1 both support eARC, so you can plug this directly into one of your surround sound systems. What does it mean for this device to be an HDMI matrix? Well, it means that it has all the functions of an HDMI splitter, switch, and audio extractor all in one. But to make it more clear for you guys, let's go over each one of those functions. Let's go over the HDMI splitter functions first. This device has 2 outputs. It means that I can split my image to 2 devices. In my case, I have one signal going to my gaming monitor and the other signal going to my PC's internal capture card so that I can stream to YouTube, Twitch, or record my gaming footage. Now, I know that most capture cards do have HDMI pass-through, meaning that you can plug in an HDMI here and then the other out goes to your gaming monitor and it'll still capture it. You don't need to split the image with a splitter. However, with the new generation of consoles, them being HDMI 2.1, older capture cards aren't able to pass through that image unless you want to put your console down to 1080p. And nobody's trying to play their PS5 and Xbox Series X on 1080p. So on top of this device being an HDMI splitter, it also has downscaling capabilities, meaning that on output 2, I can send out a 1080p image while HDMI still maintains a 4K image. This way, you can enjoy your PS5 or Xbox Series S at 4K 120Hz and send the capture card a 1080p or even 1440p image if you have a later model capture card. Turning on the scaler is very easy according to the manual. You have to put it in configuration X01, and just to make it easy, I'm just showing you guys what it looks like. It means that you leave the X means you don't touch it or just leave it on 1. 0 means that you put it down to where it says 0, and then obviously 1 is at the top. It should look like this. And I do understand that Elgato and AverMedia have came out with HDMI 2.1 capture cards. However, those things are very expensive, at least comparing it to a device like this, which will allow older capture cards to still function with the newer consoles by using the downscaler. This is also good for scenarios when you want to put the same video source to 2 different TVs with different resolutions. For instance, I had a 1080p TV that we were almost going to throw out, but this device actually allowed us to find some function for it. And those are just some of the ways that you can use the HDMI splitting functionality of this. This device is also an HDMI switch, which means that I can have the first output showing my Xbox and the second output showing my PS5. Maybe I want to grind some Halo on my gaming monitor, but somebody wanted to play the new Final Fantasy. You can do that. Maybe you want to have the news from your cable back showing on one screen and HBO on the other screen. This device allows you to do that. On top of all that, this HDMI matrix is also an audio extractor, meaning that it can output the audio through optical and analog while still outputting the audio through HDMI. This is really great for someone like me because I use a Go XLR and it allows me to plug in all the audio into my optical in here so I can control all my consoles with the actual faders on the Go XLR. That way I have full control of all my audio. It's great for people that still have older surround sound systems that only accept optical audio. It's also great for people that for whatever reason still like to use the analog input on their capture devices, or the 3.5 millimeter as some people like to call it. This will allow them to still route their audio through that. On top of that, you can plug in some headphones directly into this jack as well if for some reason you want to do that. Now, do keep in mind that the audio extraction functions will not work if you have eARC enabled. You can disable eARC by a button in front of the device or the button on the controller as well. Honestly, this device is almost perfect. And my only gripe or negative that I have isn't toward this company or this device, but more so toward HDMI 2.1 as a whole. As we know, HDMI 2.1 doesn't support 4K 240Hz yet. You need a display port for that. So for PC gamers that might have a 4K 240Hz monitor, which are starting to become very popular, you might not be able to route your PC through this. This is more so toward consoles or PC players that want to play on a TV at 120Hz 4K. So what I'm saying is that we kind of need HDMI 2.2 to come out soon. And you know who's going to have an amazing HDMI 2.2 device once they release that? Orei. Now, I will have an Amazon affiliate link for you guys to check this device out. They're selling out pretty quick. Last time I checked, there was about 18 of these left on the link that I had. And on their official website, they were all sold out. So if this thing is piquing your interest, get one of them now. Use my link below. It supports the channel. With all that being said, guys, make sure you leave all your questions in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to answer them as best as I can. Make sure you hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.